whether or not I make a comeback. In the MCU, Hulk's comeback is confirmed. Just like how we were shown an arc of Hulk across Thor Ragnarok, Infinity War, and Endgame, where a furious Hulk, who could even smash Thor, transformed into Professor Hulk, a calm and composed version. We're now going to see a new arc for Hulk in Spider-Man 4, Avengers Doomsday, and Secret Wars. In this arc, the timid Professor Hulk could revert back to his earlier, Incredible Hulk form. Or we might even see a completely different variant, one that's none other than Maestro Hulk. But how is all this going to happen? That's exactly what I'm going to explain in this video, so let's dive right in. Ever since the MCU introduced the multiverse concept and revealed that we'll see our DJ, Robert Downey Jr., return as Dr. Doom in Avengers Doomsday, a big question has been on everyone's mind. Sure, Doom is a major threat, but is there someone even more powerful who could challenge him? Today, we'll talk about a twist that could entirely change the direction of Avengers Doomsday. The debut of Maestro Hulk in the MCU and his face-off with our DJ's Dr. Doom would be absolutely insane. This would be the same RDJ returning in a brand new avatar, this time as Marvel's most dangerous mind, Victor Von Doom. But standing in front of him would be an unstoppable force, the most fearsome version of Hulk yet, Maestro. First, it's important to understand that Maestro Hulk isn't just another villain. He's a variant of Hulk from a destroyed future. In that timeline, everything has collapsed. Civilizations have fallen, the Avengers are dead, and the only one left is Hulk. But over time, his strength grows while his humanity fades, giving birth to Maestro, a monster who doesn't just punch, but strategizes. He understands politics, manipulates people, and, most importantly, sees himself as the hero. This version of Hulk is tyrannical. He believes the only way to save the world is by ruling it himself. And into this scenario enters Dr. Doom. Comic readers will know that in Maestro War in PAX issue number 5, Doom and Maestro have a direct battle. Doom, who considers himself the smartest and most powerful, feels completely helpless in front of Maestro. That fight isn't just muscle versus muscle, it's a battle of egos. For Doom, this defeat isn't just physical, it's psychological. Now imagine that exact fight being shown on screen in the MCU. It will be mind-blowing. But this theory doesn't stop at just that fight. It has the potential to reshape the entire MCU narrative. When fans see RDJ's Dr. Doom introduced as the villain of Avengers Doomsday, they'll assume he's the ultimate threat. But imagine, midway through the film, the shadow of Maestro appears, a variant who fears neither Kang nor Doom, and who has already witnessed and destroyed multiple universes across the multiverse. Every attack from Maestro wouldn't just bring destruction, it would carry a message. If the multiverse wants to survive, it needs order, not freedom, and that order can only be delivered by him. This twist would create an instant shift. The audience's perception would flip. They begin to see Doom not as the villain, but as an anti-hero. Because when someone like Maestro is the threat, Doom's ideology of control starts to seem like the safer option. The MCU has done this before. Loki was transformed from a villain into an anti-hero. Wanda went from victim to threat. Now it's Doom's turn. And all of this becomes believable because our DJ has the emotional weight to pull it off. Tony Stark's arc was already filled with moral complexity. A man who once built weapons ended up saving the universe. Now, the same actor would play a character who's morally gray in the face of a monstrous threat like Maestro. And if he stops the threat, no one will question his methods. That's how you add depth to a character. Now let's talk about the multiverse angle. Loki has already proven that every hero has variants. Spider-Man No Way Home showed us how multiple versions can exist on screen at the same time. So the arrival of Maestro Hulk doesn't feel like a stretch at all. Although Ruffalo's casting hasn't been officially confirmed, if you look at the MCU's history, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's names weren't leaked either. Even Charlie Cox's Daredevil appearance was a surprise. Similarly, Maestro's entry could also be a surprise reveal, potentially even played by one of the former Hulk actors. There's also the possibility that this version of Maestro comes from a multiverse where the outcome of Infinity War was far darker, where Thanos was never stopped, Hulk lost everything, and, crushed by defeat, he became a dictator. His philosophy is simple. To save the world, you must control it, and eliminate anyone who resists that control. Standing against this mindset is Dr. Doom, who himself represents control, but in a very different way. This clash won't just be about fists. It'll be an ideological war, a battle of minds. It'll be chaos versus structure, tyranny versus calculated power. And this perfectly fits into the MCU's evolving storytelling style. The runtime of Avengers Doomsday will likely be around 2.5 hours, so incorporating Maestro's arc doesn't seem too difficult. But if Marvel is smart, they'll use this arc as a short yet powerful subplot. Perhaps Maestro is introduced in the first act, clashes with Doom in the second, and either disappears or transforms into something else in the third. Maybe he survives to set up Secret Wars in a later film. Secret Wars is an event where every character's morality is tested, where heroes and villains must unite to save the multiverse. In that setup, Maestro could be a ticking time bomb. He might even join the Alliance or secretly betray everyone and become a multiversal-level threat, just like Kang. If we go by the comics, there was even a storyline where Doom, Namor, and Abomination teamed up against Maestro. In the MCU, Namor has already been introduced, and Abomination has returned in She-Hulk. So imagine one side with Maestro, and on the other, Dr. Doom, Namor, Abomination, and perhaps even a younger version of Hulk, maybe the current MCU's Professor Hulk. And what if Professor Hulk begins absorbing Maestro's gamma power? He could transform into Savage Hulk or even World Breaker Hulk. This theory becomes even stronger when we look at the MCU's villain arcs, where every major villain either gets redeemed or becomes worse after a turning point. Thanos sacrificed everything, and was later so weak that the remaining Avengers easily killed him. Loki chose a new path and became the guardian of the multiverse. Wanda turned into a monster driven by grief. The same could happen with Dr. Doom. Against Maestro, he would face a choice, power or redemption. And if RDJ's Dr. Doom is portrayed as morally conflicted, fans will remember him not as a villain, but as a tragic figure. I even remember a rumor suggesting that the evil version of Hulk, Maestro, will be a part of Dr. Doom's evil Avengers team. That sounds a little odd, though, since Hulk is such a powerful character. If Maestro works under Doom, the MCU will need to show how Doom forced or convinced him, or what circumstances led an egotistical character like Maestro to follow someone else. So the big question is, will we actually see Maestro in Avengers Doomsday? And who will stop him? Will it be Doom who begins his redemption arc by defeating him? Or will we see other Avengers rise against Maestro? Would you like to see Hulk as Maestro? Or would you rather see a version like World Breaker Hulk or World War Hulk? Let us know in the comments below. Today's video focused mainly on Maestro, but in future videos, we'll dive deeper into World Breaker Hulk and World War Hulk. So make sure to tell us your thoughts. We want to know what the audience really wants. Also, if you learned something new from this video, let us know in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video with a brand new topic. Until then, bye and take care.